So You Think You Can Write, where we give serious writing critique without taking ourselves too seriously. My name is Randy Lindsay, and with me here today is...
Sarah Eden.
Janette, Rallison.
Adrienne, Quintana.
Brock Booher, and I can't believe I'm on a show with Sarah Eden.
Yeah, we're so
We're all
excited
so
about it. We may ask her for her autograph right in the middle of the show. So if that happens,
And also, it may
us.
look right now like we're in the mountains, and we are, but really we're in Sarah Eden's house.
Because she lives in the mountains.
Don't you love
She
the
lives
tablecloth?
in a library. Isn't that what's behind
No,
us?
we're gonna do the mountains.
putting
mountains.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh wait, no, we're in the
Don't
mountains.
give away the trade secrets.
Oh, okay.
there's no man behind that curtain.
There's no man behind that curtain. All right, so this is how the show works. Adrienne is going to read a first page submission, and the rest of us are going to act as judges, pretending like we're agents or editors, and if at any point we think we would stop reading a manuscript,
Which one?
we're going to hit the button.
Adrienne stole
She's
Janette's
always
buzzer.
I can do all three.
And then there's only buzzing once. Then you're done.
Only get one.
Unless you want to buzz twice, then go ahead.
Unless it's really bad.
Okay.
Sometimes
It won't be.
Okay, here we go.
Alright.
No, you won't need to buzz. Okay, here we go. I'm sitting on a park bench overlooking the river. I pinch the bridge of my nose and sigh, wondering why I got out of bed. I hate this day already.
You hate this submission already?
What could
Okay,
you
come
dislike
on.
about
Oh,
this?
come on. They are getting out of bed. I mean, that is the number one cardinal. Please don't start a
They're not
story.
getting out of bed.
They're sitting on a park
Wondering
bench.
why she got out of
Why
bed.
I got out of bed.
Okay, they mentioned a bed and Randy was out.
Go ahead.
Okay.
It's his buzzer.
It was enough.
It was his buzzer.
Maybe they sleep on the park bench. Did you think about that?
That's
All right.
true.
All right.
Okay.
Okay,
You know
anyway.
what? I want to start over.
No.
No.
You get one buzz. Keep going, Adrienne.
Here we go. I
He
yank my,
unbuzzes that.
Anyway.
My buzzer.
I yank my long brown hair into a ponytail and close my eyes. The cool air smells like grass and pine. At least I decided to wear a hoodie over my t-shirt. I'll end up tying it around my waist, but right now the extra layer is welcome. Plus it's early. There will be less runners staring at me if I cry. I gaze at the sunrise. Brilliant pinks and purples fill the mountainous horizon. Birds dip and flutter over the rushing river, singing their morning reveille. It reminds me of the Bob Marshall Wilderness in Montana.
Oh, we did it simultaneously.
Yeah. Go
Well,
ahead.
I didn't think this was moving forward. It's just sort of
Right.
talking about life, but we're not seeing a goal or tension or anything like that. So
Yeah, I agree. It's like we're already in a flashback. We haven't even made it through the second paragraph. So it's a little early for that. I was hesitant because I like some of the other things, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
It's not
it's-
moving forward.
yeah, good voice though.
Good voice, yeah. Okay, so it reminds me of the Bob Marshall Wilderness in Montana, my family's last camping trip. This time last year, Dad took us hiking on to our special spot. We spent hours gazing into the water at giant fish, 40 feet down, calmly swaying against the current. The only downfall were the flies. They were carnivorous. I chuckle. Those were the days.
You don't like carnivorous flies?
You
That
lost
was
me
the
on
best-
that.
No, wait, that was the best part of this.
Fighting flies are really high tension. Trust me.
Yeah, woo.
So
For the record, I like carnivorous flies, and I would take my buzz back for
For
carnivorous.
that one bit there.
Yeah.
No, for me, it's just more the same of what you were talking about. I feel like we just keep going further and further back in time. And on your first page, something has to happen.
Yeah.
And thus far, nothing really has.
So, if the carnivorous flies ate someone, for real.
Well, let's see if they do.
But not-
She's got
but
to
not
finish.
in
The
the
carnivorous
past.
flies are in the past, and we know
They need
she
to be
survived
at
because
that park bench.
he or she
Maybe
hates this day
could
already.
eat her younger brother. Now,
let's
that
find
makes a
out.
difference.
Yes.
Let's find out. Let's see where she goes.
Give it a chance. Just chuckle. Okay, I chuckle. Those were the days. I focus on the horizon again. The sun peeks over the trees. Yeah, those were the days. The days before. Well, now it's just me. It's been just me for 8 lonely, miserable, heart-wrenching months. I take a deep breath and stand up, my jaw pulsing. Yep, just me. Happy would-be 14th birthday, little brother. Thanks for dying and leaving me all alone.
See, he didn't get eaten by the carnivorous flies. See?
Let her finish.
Almost there. I start out at a slow jog, following the path as it twists and turns with the river at a gentle incline. Pine trees, meadows, and an occasional game trail border the opposite side of the trail. A breeze tickles the hairs on my neck, but I barely notice.
Still not moving forward.
Yeah,
It's
nothing
just-
has really happened.
It's stuck in the
She's
past.
running.
This is an emotional, right? Whoever wrote this, they're dealing with, or this character's dealing with something very emotional, and they're running from it, and it's just like instead of just getting to the point that they lost her family, or showing that as a prologue, and then moving on with the rest of the story, it's just not moving.
What I feel is the little brother comment way at the end. That's where this page should start.
Right.
I mean, if you start
Being
right
alone
there,
again, yeah. I thought it should be like I'm alone. It's just me. But even then, only if we have some sort of goal or tension on the first page.
Coming right on its heels. Yeah.
Because
it needs to
right now
happen
it's
quick.
all just character development, backstory, and
Right.
Yeah, I don't mind
Remember that.
hating this day already in your first paragraph,
Right.
but tell me why all of a sudden.
Exactly.
You know, and when it took all that time to get down
to the happy would-be 14th birthday.
Yeah.
That's the moment where we have a conflict.
Right.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, start there, and I think you've got a much more improved first page.
There were some. I love some of the language here. Every time I got ready to buzz, like there will be less runners staring at me if I cry, and I go, okay, there's an emotional
There's
moment.
something happening.
So there's some good nuggets in there and some good use.
Right.
Just
right.
it's just
And
not
the
moving
voice is
forward.
good. But
I think
yeah,
the writing is good. I just think, we
Yeah.
need to up the
Right.
tension. Something needs to happen
And-
in this
Right.
first page.
And the first line, and go to the local library, look at bestsellers, and just look at their first lines, because most of the time they're going to be really good, have a hook that draws you in. And I'm sitting on a park bench overlooking the river. It's like you can come up with something that's more, I like the happy birthday would that one. That would
Or-
be a great first.
Or I'm sitting on a park bench overlooking the river, being eaten by carnivorous flies.
Yes.
That might be a good beginning.
Well, I kind of wonder
I'm
too,
sold on that one.
because she's saying she's sitting on the park bench, but then I don't believe that actually, because all of a sudden then we're running, and I don't know when we started running.
Right here, I start on a slow jog.
But then she
doesn't
starts
get up.
talking about that, and the runners, like, that less
Oh,
runners
true.
are going to see her cry.
True, yeah.
When did she? I don't know. Okay.
When did she get up and start moving?
Yeah.
Is what I think what you're asking. So. Okay.
Well, should we vote?
Yes.
We should vote, and we should start with you.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a right. It needs to be rewritten. It's just not, like I said, it's not really moving forward. There's some good characterization, but you need to rewrite it.
Yeah, and I'm going to give it a right also. I like the voice. I think the author has, a good sense of this genre. I mean, that this is a young adult, even though this, it's not the right place to start, I think, but I think that it's a good, strong voice, and so I like it, but I think it needs to start somewhere else.
Yeah, and I, as well as being a strong voice, I thought that the writing per se was good. I mean, we weren't seeing a lot of problems just with sentence structure and all sorts of other stuff. But yeah, this isn't the place to start this, so I'm also going to give it a right.
It's exactly what I would say. So go through and find a better place to start it, and make sure that continues to be a focus as the book goes on, that something is happening, something's moving forward.
And I love the voice, very smooth read. But yeah, we need something right away. Start with the brother comment or close to that, and then move forward with some sort of conflict and action. And then I think you're really going to have something going on there. So that's it. So we'd like to.
Did we get it right?
Did we get it right?
Comment below.
And we'd also like to thank Sarah for being our special guest.
Yay, Sarah.
And that she's going to sign stuff for us after we log off. If we don't reshoot this episode because I goofed up at the beginning.
You can't reshoot this episode. Get over it, Randy.
So I'm on the blooper reel this week. All right, and so until next time.
Get ready.
Get set.
Right.
In addition to our quarterly prize of a William Shakespeare air freshener, we have additional yearly prizes.
That's right. We have a Get Out of the Slush Pile free from Shadow Mountain, and also a first chapter critique.
And the same prize coming from Cedar Fort Publishing, so you'll get out of the slush pile with them, and also the chapter critique.
Some great prizes we offer. Also, you can follow us at our podcast, Ready, Set, Write Podcast. You can find us on the internet. You can find us through Apple as well, through iTunes, and look for us on all of our social media. Also, look for our published books wherever good books are sold, because we do write occasionally, because that's what we do. And we'd like to thank Connor Blaylock for his technical support and helping us get this production put together.
I know the others have just walked behind us. Feel it.
He's probably going to bleep all this out. But anyway, that's okay. Thank you, Connor. And of course, thanks to you for listening. Please subscribe to our YouTube and to all the social media that we also subscribe to, and we're glad to interact with you anytime. Until next time,
Get ready.
Get set.
Right.
Next one. That one's already good.
What are you doing, Janette?
I'm waiting for people to subscribe. My take a while.
Well, hurry up.
Subscribe.
This is annoying me.
I want to go home. Subscribe.
please.